Hello, everybody. Surprise! We're having a little at-home Q&A. We're waiting for Tanya to start her live stream, so I thought I would come on here and just do kind of like a Q&A. What am I doing today? Why am I not live streaming? I said I was going to live stream, and here I am at home. Hi, Lori. Hi, April. Hi, Ashley. Cindy, good morning. Kaylee, hello. Brandon, hello. Let's start off with, hi, Villain Fan. If you were part of the premiere this morning, hi, Dakota, and you saw the video of Tanya and I at the after hours last night, what was your favorite part? Hi, Tina. Happy birthday. It's Tina's birthday. Hi, Brave. Sherry, hello. Julie, hello. Josser, hello. Richard Scott, hello. M&D, hello. Hi, Lindsay. Tasha, hello. Hi, the VBs. Darian, good morning. One little Emily, hello. John, hello. Kristen, hello. Hi, Plains, hello. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Kristen. Happy Thursday. Thank you, Brandon. The poncho. I should have brought the poncho to the stream today. Oh my goodness. Megan, hello. Richard, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Laura, hello. BV. Liv, hello. T-Bird, hello. Katie, thank you so much for the compliments. I mean, they're not hanging even remotely okay, but I was like, let's just do a live stream. Mike, hello. The uncontrollable poncho on Alien Swirling Saucers was the best part of my night. Like, the best. Hi, Joseph. Rebecca, hello. And then Tanya dancing. Yeah, so if you haven't seen the video, I put out a video this morning. I'll pin it in the comments when this is over. So if you're rewatching this and you want to know about the about the video from last night, Tanya and I went to the after hours event, and we were invited, the Mitchell family. So thank you to them. They wanted us to come to the after hours, and we're so blessed and lucky to have people thinking of us and being able to do these fun events. Anyways, the night started out perfectly. Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness. I agree, Ruben. Ruben, we should do after hours. It was so nice, but we do need to hang out. And so on my Instagram, you can see one of my favorite stories from this morning is Ruben getting off of the elevator. I keep laughing at that too. And Ruben's on the elevator and he's like, the door's open and it's Ron and me, and I'm handing Ruben his tranquility towel. And it's like, it's so funny because the one thing about that, we could plan so many things like, let's do this. None of that was planned. Good morning, everybody. So we were with our family that we were with, and they had ponchos. And again, we went into a ride. There was no indication that there was going to be any kind of rain. Like none. We were going to go to Toy Story Mania, and then we were going to head over to Slinky Dog. We go into the ride. It was about a 15-minute wait. Go in, we come out, and everybody's like standing at the door and they're not moving on. And so we go, and they're handing out ponchos. Good morning, Emily. Tanya has her umbrella, and she's like, I was like, I don't have an umbrella because I literally looked at the weather before we came in, and I left everything in the car. And so, hi Dave. And so they're like, would you like this poncho? And I'm like, sure, I'll take a poncho, because it was pouring down rain. And then so I was like, wow, we can make it over to alien swirling saucers. And we did. Hi B. So that was that. Hi Dina. And so the whole poncho thing happened. It was almost like the only way to describe is what I felt like maybe being in saran wrap would feel like. So I just was like, I'm stuck in this poncho. So that was the poncho scenario. Alien, so Brandon, yeah, the alien swirling saucers was the best. So Tanya texted me and she was like, I like how your videos started out all professional. Like, we're going to go to after hours and we're going to go ride all these rides, and this is where you check in. And she's like, and then it just goes off the rails. And it did. I mean, like, it just went from like, we're going to do all the things, and these are how many rides we're going to get in and how many drinks we're going to have. We had a little bit of popcorn, and that was about it. So, Instagram versus reality. And to let y'all know, like, I didn't put it in the video, but I couldn't because I couldn't video myself, because I guess I had been so hot during the day that my eyes were just burning. Probably a mixture of sweat, makeup, and sunscreen. And so the rain was just coming down so hard that, like, I just had to keep wiping my eyes because it was burning. It was burning. My eyes were just burning so bad. So, were there any characters meeting? So we saw Geppetto and Belle, and we were gonna go to the characters like afterwards, and obviously none of that. I don't even know if maybe they put some of the characters inside. We don't know. So many good. Oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard. And like Tanya and I, at one point, I was like, Tanya, like, I want to go home. And because we were trying to wait for like the rain to stop. And she was like, okay, let's just go do this. So to let y'all know, we did, on our way out, we stopped by guest services, and Rain or not, I'm riding aliens with Poncho Liz. We did stop by. Tanya had gotten into the park after the party or the after hours started at 9:30, and Tanya got there probably, I don't know, 9:45ish, and we went up and we asked guest services, you know, are they accommodating? And they said yes. And so we're going to get to go redo it because we weren't really able to do much. So moral of the story is, you know, if you're able to, I wouldn't go ask for something if you're not able to be there for a certain date. Hi, Joe. But if you're able to be there, definitely you should ask. It's always no until you ask. And so, Needful Things again. Thank you for being here. Hi, Bops. It's such a different vibe. So I was thinking about it, and I am so blessed that I had never been to an after hours before. And this year I've been to Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood now. And so I was going to try to rate them, but I can't rate because I didn't get to do much in Hollywood at all. So we're going to go back in September. Hopefully it won't be as warm, but it'll be right before Jollywood and all of that. Hi, Dreamery. So yeah, does anybody have any other questions? Hola, Mirabelle. Hi, Paul. Would I do after hours again? Absolutely. So I've done, like I said, Epcot, Magic, and now Hollywood. And I want to say right now, Magic is ranking up with the #1. Hi, Javier. Epcot's so big that I felt like I don't know. I just felt like we couldn't get to everything that we wanted to. And, Magic Kingdom, everything's a little closer together, but then you have so much to do. 3 hours goes by so fast. Is Jollywood worth it? My friends asked me, and you couldn't give them an answer. I 100% believe that it is, Brandon. Everybody has their own opinion, though. I like it because I love that nighttime martini drinking vibe. I love the food, and I just love that you can go there a little dressed up, still be in a theme park, and just have this experience with your friends. Hello, everybody. It's Tina Wolf's birthday, too, if y'all want to say happy birthday to her. Do you have to make a reservation? So, Julio, if you have a date-based ticket, you should not have to make a reservation. If there's 4 categories of people who have to make reservations: annual pass holders, cast members, military tickets, and group sales. Nakata, have a nice day as well. So, and yeah, I mean, Lindsay said Jollywood, it's come a long ways since the very first Jollywood, and it only keeps getting better. Summer is my favorite. You are very welcome. And that reminds me, our teachers, if you want to help us support teachers and you have like a little extra, or you want to just take a look at the teacher list, go ahead and on my website, DisneyParksWithLove.com, there is a tab that says teacher support, and we're trying to clear the teachers list. Hi, Disney Perk. Do after hours events have limited ticket sales? Yes, they do, Dina. I'm not sure if last night was sold out. I will tell you, us looking at all of the wait times last night, Rock and Roller Coaster was the highest wait time with 45 minutes. Rise was like 60, but the group that we were with, they said that it was a walk-on. Will I visit Japan? I want to, Nakata. So Tower Terror was a walk-on. Slinky Dog was like 30 before the rain. We never made it over there to see the actual line. Toy Story Mania was a walk-on. I'm trying to think of what else. And then we didn't see anything else. Even Alien Swirling Saucers was like maybe a 5-minute wait. I would say if anything, you just had to wait like for the next ride to be over, and then you were on the ride. As soon as the rain started though, I think everybody started going to the indoor rides. And that is the one thing about Hollywood Studios. It doesn't matter if it's a party or just a regular day in the park. As soon as weather happens, you know, all those indoor rides, and there's very few things to do in Hollywood. Hi, Corey. If I were a cast member, what would I do? Ooh, Corey, right now, the first thing that came to mind was picking the Grand Marshal. I want to be the person that picks the families for the Grand Marshal or the flag retreat. Or I would do like a VIP, not VIP tour, but like the Keys to the Kingdom tour, or some sort of tour where I could talk to people and meet people and just be able to like share my experiences. So, hi April. All right, any other questions? I don't, and Dina, to go back to your question, I don't know what the limit is, but it's very, a lot. So this is the thing that I know we've talked about in the past. Hi, Jomo. Is if you were going to pay for a day ticket and you were just concerned about rides, the ticket, a day ticket versus the party ticket is pretty equal, okay? Maybe a few dollars here and there. You have 3 hours in the park, but technically you can get into the park, the 2 hours before? So I think you get 6 hours total. So you can probably come in at 6 o'clock. I think I got there at 7 and I got my wristband at 7. So you can go into the park early. You have access to the nighttime shows or fireworks, and then you have access to ride rides before the party starts. You get unlimited drinks, popcorn, and Mickey like ice cream sandwiches and like bars. Hi, Florida Parks After Dark. So you weigh like less people and the drinks and everything getting into the park for 6 hours, or a full day park ticket where you have all the people, but you have access to the shows and parades and stuff like that. So it's depending on what you want to go there and do. Okay. Do the other after hours. So Tammy, I don't remember Magic Kingdom, to be honest with you. But I do remember Epcot. I got to meet, oh, man, I don't remember Epcot either. Because I don't want to get it mixed up with DVC Moonlight Magic. Because I wasn't expecting there to be characters, and then there were characters. I would assume that there's characters, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay. Is the Grand Floridian Hotel lobby under construction? Yes. Yes, it is. It was mentioned that they cannot have the gingerbread house that's fall. That is true. High Plains Drifter, there will be no gingerbread build this year. Disney made that announcement like in March. And so no, there will be no gingerbread build this year. All right, let me just double check and make sure that I haven't. Let's see. If you purchase a Lightning Lane on Halloween Day, does it end at Park Day or does it extend? There's no Lightning Lanes during a party. So it just ends and it becomes a regular line. Because parties and after hours events are at lower capacity, there's no Lightning Lane. Hi, Karen. Let me make sure. Okay. How far is Target to Disney World? Well, there's a Target that if you're closer to the Animal Kingdom side would be maybe 2 or 3 miles away. It's in Flamingo Crossing. That would be the closest Target. It's pretty small, but it does have Disney items and things that you would need. Also in Flamingo Crossing, which again is on the Animal Kingdom side, if you want closer to like Disney Springs and the I-4 side of Disney, I know that there's Target and Walmart over there as well. Will I be streaming from a park tonight? Probably not, April. I have a doctor's appointment at 11, and so I've been pretty open with you guys as far as like what I do with my skin and how my skin is very fair. And when I came to Florida, my dermatologist just says your skin does not like Florida. And so I have really scaly, dry, little like patches. And so what it is like the start to possibly having melanoma. And so I go and I get this blue light and I get medicine. It's called Levulan. And so I have to go have that treatment today. And so what it does is kind of penetrates the skin and goes under the skin to prevent anything that could possibly come up in the future or any damage that I had done in the past, or kind of prevent damage for the future. And so I have to go do that today. And so when I schedule it, I have to schedule it so far out that one, I either forget that I had scheduled it, or two, I like just have to throw it into my schedule. And so today I said I was going to do resorts, and I forgot that. Well, I just didn't realize how late I was going to be out last night to be able to get up to go do the resorts today. So I just decided I have been going. And so I would take this time to just kind of be at home and recoup. I've been out in the heat for the past 4 days in a row. And then, so did you say the appointment's at 11? No, it's at 1. I'm sorry. It's at 1. So I might have said 11. I have to go do that, and then I can't be out in the sun. I can go at night. Like, you just can't be out like in the UVs. So, I have to like let it, like I just can't do anything tonight. I thought about going out tonight, but then I have something possible. Yeah, Doug, I'll get to that. What was I going to say? I have something that I might do tomorrow morning. I want to come out tomorrow morning. And so I just thought, well, rather than stay out late again and possibly get home at 1 a.m. again, then I'll just stay home today, go to my doctor's appointment, get ready for my company, and then I'll hopefully be back. And so it just depends that tomorrow is going to depend on today. My skin kind of, I'm used to it now. So it just gets really red and it looks like I have really, really bad sunburn. Okay. Let me go back. Lala, hello. Tracy, hello. Okay. Florida parks after dark. Yeah, the crowd levels were crazy. All right. Hi, Gans and Melissa. Do you know who plays what days at Casey's Corner? Danielle. Neil, we'll start with Sunday is Jeremy. Monday, Tuesday, Neil. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Grayson. Now, there's no schedule for that. That is just us going to the parks consistently to see that's the schedule. And so it's a possibility that Neil, has something else he has to do, or Grayson gets scheduled over at the Hoop-de-Doo. So you never know. Okay. Do I know how late Alice and the Mad Hatter meet? Heather, I think maybe in between 11 a.m. and 12 might be the end of their meeting. So Hopefully that helps you. I know it's like 9:20, 10:20, and it might be 11:20. And if they're not out, then they're probably not coming out because they're going and getting ready for the parade. Hopefully that helped, Heather. Fingers crossed for you. Hi, buddy. Okay. Tracy, Ron, Tanya, and I doing a gingerbread building would be so funny. Okay. Doug and Claudia. So all that it is, and I'm not going to show you, it's literally a screw. I don't have anything fancy that is, holding the bags up. My husband has just put a long screw, and then I hook the top of the bag over. Hi, John. I hope you and Miss Judy are doing well. Okay. And then I'm going to ask, please don't spam the chat with your question. I am moving down and I know I'm behind. Okay. Hi, David T. I have to get back to it. Okay. How did you meet Ron and that crazy Disney lady and help each other out? I would guess that you'll all be seen as competitors, but always seem to help each other out. Chris in the UK. Thanks for the question, Chris. So it starts with Ron. And so I was on TikTok before I was here on YouTube. And so I kind of had my same schedule, which was going to Magic Kingdom on Mondays, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would kind of do whatever. I would try to take Fridays off. And I kind of didn't work the weekends at all. I kind of just did 4 days and that was it. And so back in 2 years ago, 2023, it was January. And so one day I had gone to see Neil, and Neil said, hey, I'm starting a new job over at the Rose and Crown. If you want to come see me, I'm going to start on January 17th, I think it was. If you want to come over 1:30 and 2:30. And I said, I'll be there. Like, I have a shirt that says I'm Neil's #1 fan. I mean, I went every Monday, just as I still do here on YouTube. And so I went there. I walk in the room, and there's this guy sitting at the table, and he literally looks at me, and I'm pretty sure you could go see his live stream on that day. And he was like, you here to see Neil? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to see Neil. I'm Neil's #1 fan. And he's like, I'm Neil's #1 fan. And so Ron and I start talking, and turns out that Ron always went to see Neil on Tuesdays. Ron and I had never crossed paths at that point, and Ron had just kind of started. And so we sat there, we talked, we kind of chit-chatted, and that was the first time Ron and I had ever met. And Ron was like, how much are you making on TikTok? Are you doing well? You have all these followers. What's going on? Because Ron was there to grow a business, and he wanted to know my TikTok side of it. And he was like, let's get all this going. And so that's how I met Ron. A little bit later, he was like, do you know Tanya? And I was like, I don't know Tanya. I had never run into Tanya. And again, when you have like the different schedules, I've kind of always been a morning person. And so one day I happened to be in Magic Kingdom, and Ron was in Magic Kingdom. Tanya was in Magic Kingdom. Ron was like, come over and meet Tanya. And I was like, okay. And Tanya was on Main Street with Disney Girl Kim. And he was like, Janelle, this is Tanya. Tanya, this is Janelle. And Tanya will tell you, I'm sure all of y'all have heard Tanya tell her side of the story, which is, who is this person on TikTok? What does this girl want? And here we are, Tanya and I, laughing with ponchos in our face, having a good time. So Ron introduced us, and I feel like our schedules just kind of all, like, when we met each other, we were like instantly friends. And even though we are competitors and we all have our own channel, I think like it was just something that happened naturally, where we were all like, hey, we all trust each other. We all have the same goals. Let's benefit from this. And hopefully I say it often enough, that I'm so thankful for Ron, Tanya, and Coda. Like, the support, I would not be where I am today without them. And, us sending and redirecting to each other and promoting each other's channels. I wouldn't be where I am. I know I wouldn't be. So, I always say, like, I owe them so big, but I think we're all there for each other equally. And, I'm excited to hang out again. So that's how we met, and that's how that go. It kind of all just happened organically. And like I said, I think our time frames of when we stream, it was never stepping on somebody else's toes, and we're all kind of really aware of, like, oh, you're gonna be out on Friday, blah 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 blah. So okay, let me go. Okay, thank you, Jomo. 5 o'clock's the earliest, so there you go. It is pretty early that you can get into the park. Do you know where the absolute cheapest Disney tickets are? Gansa Melissa, I've not ever used like one of the sites that have like they say that they have cheap tickets, like I think it's like Park Frog or something like that. But I don't think there's any true discount at the parks. Am I right, Liz? Oh, Caroline, feel better. Okay. Hold on. I keep my chat keeps jumping, and I want to make sure. Okay. Grayson is in the Hoop-de-Doo. Danielle, so he only fills in at Hoop-de-Doo. He's not like a regular at Hoop-de-Doo. Heather, thank you. Okay. Okay, you're getting in after they are done. Hopefully in September we can meet them. Okay, Heather, hopefully that works out for you. Quick question about Keys to the Kingdom. Does the 5 hours include the lunch, or is it a tour of 5 hours and then lunch afterwards? No, the lunch is included in that. So basically it's like 2 hours, a 30-minute lunch, and then the rest of the tour. Or maybe like 2:15 lunch and then 2:15. You do take breaks, like there's bathroom breaks, water breaks. You're given water. So Hopefully that answers the full question. Okay. It's crazy that y'all remember that live stream with Ron. Y'all were probably like, who is this girl? Hi, Miss Judy. Oh yeah, and Luminous Liz, you're right. Neil is the shared child. He's always breaking up fights with Ron and I. Chris, thank you so much for being here and being part of the stream. Devin, thank you for being here. Okay, let me see. I want to make sure. Thank you for all the nice comments about all of us working together. Thank you, Hot Dog. I'm just trying to read through the questions or make sure that I'm not missing anything. Where can you get dropped off at Magic Kingdom on Uber? Julio, you get dropped off at the Ticket and Transportation Center if you're taking Uber. The lunchtime varies. Thank you, Ruben. Yeah, for Keys to the Kingdom, the lunchtime varies on your start time. Has the magic gone from visiting in the park so often? I did hear someone ask Ron this once, and he said no, but you just notice things more. 100%. I've always said that every day is different. Like, there is not ever the same day. Now, we can go to the same parade at 3 o'clock and the same cavalcade, but the characters are going to be different. The interaction's going to be different. And, you know, the little princess standing on the street who gets noticed by Mulan is going to be different. And so I see magic every single day, to walk in and just be able to say hi to my friends and the cast members that I meet and the interactions. You just never know what's going to happen. And so nothing has ever changed in that light. And even doing Keys to the Kingdom, I know someone reached out to me and said Keys to the Kingdom was not good for them because they felt like it was spoiling the magic for them. Because you do see behind the scenes things that you might not want to see. You might want to not see it in a different light. And so every day going there is just as magical in the next day as the next day. And then I just don't, you don't know what it's going to bring. So it's never been like that for me. Every time I go now, I'm like, wow, I'm here again. Like, this still keeps happening. Like, I get to keep coming. Thank you, Ruben, for helping me with all the Keys to the Kingdom questions. Is a lot of the tour outside? Yeah, yes. Hold on. I lost my place. Is a lot of the tour outside when we want to do it, but debating about cool. I feel like Ruben would be able to answer this as well. I mean, waiting for the cooler months is definitely worth it, but I will tell you that they were excellent in finding a shade. And again, you're given water and you are you're given like water breaks and all the things. Like, you're constantly taking a break and they're constantly making sure that you're taken care of. So it's up to you. You do ride. We saw the end of the cavalcade behind the scenes. We went on Jungle Cruise and Haunted Mansion, and then we were inside for lunch, and then when we went downstairs to the utilidors. So I would say half and half. Have I ever met AJ? Nope, I haven't, Stacey G. And I know we all know what she looks like now. So we're talking about Disney Food Blog, and she just came out with a book. I'd be interested in the book. I do know some All Ears and some DFB editors and in the park people, but I've never seen AJ. Samantha, I love watching you and Tanya and friends. You're so kind and give me joy. Oh, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate you being here. Hi, Holly. Hi, Jim Shepherd. Okay. Do you like live streaming Disneyland as much as Disney World? Shell, so I'm getting more comfortable there. I think it's just a comfortability thing for me. Like, where am I going to go? Or even knowing, like, you're going to see a familiar face. And aside from, like, Coda and a couple of other, like, friends that I've met there, it's all just about my comfort level. And so I am getting more comfortable with knowing, like, where service interruptions might happen, or even how to get to, you know, Pirates of the Caribbean. So I love streaming in Disneyland because it's different. And like, to change things up is really what's important now, because we do so much of the same thing so often. Okay. Hi, Just Him. Hi, LD3 and me. Ruben, that's awesome. For us, seeing things in a different light, I love to see the behind the scenes. It doesn't bother me as far as Keys of the Kingdom, because, like, I want to know it all. Like, and you do get a sneak peek into, like, behind the scenes and what it's really like for the cast members back there. Did we get to see the parade floats backstage? No, Brandon, we did not. They did not let us go into that area because there is so much construction back there. Guests are not allowed. I have wondered what the members' characters do when the parade isn't happening, as many of those characters don't have meet and greets. Well, Rebecca, so again, I'm not going to share too much, but when like on Saturdays, when we go to see Alice and the Mad Hatter at 9:20 in the morning, well, they're in the Festival of Fantasy parade at 3 o'clock. So for 6 hours, they're doing for 3 hours, they're doing meet and greets. They probably have a lunch break, and then they do Festival of Fantasy. Again, not giving too much information, but a lot of those cast members are in Adventure Friends Cavalcade, and then also Festival of Fantasy, and then also the Hoedown. They are there working for 8 hours. Hi, Stacy. Why do some streamers only do pre-recorded videos versus live? I don't know, Shell. I mean, like, are they streamers or are they vloggers? So that would be the difference. And so I'm not sure, like, the question, but I know some people can go, and again, like, I ran a premiere this morning, which was a video that I did last night, but wanted to be live so that I could interact with you guys with the video. And so that's why somebody would choose to do that. Hi, Tyler. Does Tim like going to Disney, or he goes for you? T-Bird, he goes for me. I'm not going to say he dislikes it, but he is not like a huge crowds person. And so the times that he normally can come, which would be like 4th of July or something like that, or Christmas, it's always high crowd levels. And so, I mean, we've been going so often for so long now that it's just, we're like, nah, it's fine if you don't, come. So, we're just kind of used to it now. And I don't pressure him to go, because it will ultimately not be fun if I pressure him, or, he feels like he has to come. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Jackie, do you know what the new mini shuttle Uber rates are on property? No, Jackie, but you should be able to download the Lyft app, and you should be able to see it from your home. You may have answered this already, but how do you go so long in the park without eating? Is it like a superpower? So, I mean, Ava, I eat before, like on my way to the park while I'm driving. I usually have my English muffin and my my avocado toast. And then usually I do like 9 to 3. And so it's really only like 6-ish hours. I do take like a bag. I keep like a little Ziploc bag of like some cashews or almonds. And so like when I'm at the piano player and I put my gimbal down, if I'm not visiting with somebody, I'm usually like taking in a little snack. Can you show how to tie your Loungefly straps? Yeah. So I use pipe cleaners. And so literally all I do is I just take them and fold it over like this. Put the pipe cleaner through. And then the pipe cleaners don't damage them or anything. And then they're kind of tied behind, and then it looks like that. And then it falls. You have to do it tighter. But I use pipe cleaners. And then again, it just hooks on this part onto a long screw. So hopefully that helped. Thank you, Ruben, for the minivan help. Hi, John Pop. Hi, Jim. Can we select a ride from a hotel on the Disney app the morning before you leave the park? Or do you need to be in the park? Jim, I'm not really familiar with the new DAS system. And so that's something I would check with Disney about. I would think that sometimes in the past they had booked a couple for you. but you might need to be in the park. But you can call Disney or go on the website and do a little chat with them, and they should be able to do it for you. What do I think of the Starlight Parade? I watched it yesterday and thought it would be another level. I remembered the Electric Light Parade back in the 90s. Okay, Chris, so this is like my answer, which is I don't have a tie to another nighttime parade. I had only other parade that I had seen as many times as I've seen Starlight would be Paint the Night. And I think I saw the Electrical Parade sometime a long time ago and only one time. And so how I feel about the parade is that I'm happy that we have a parade in Magic Kingdom. And it's beautiful and the floats are beautiful. Do I wish we had different characters or something different? A little bit. I wish we had a little different music, but other than that, I think it's beautiful. I think they did a great job. I'm happy for the cast members that get to be in the parade and have watched this all come to fruition. And so I'm just happy we have another parade. Good morning, Plymouth Rock. Good morning, Kentucky. Chucky. Hi, Miles from Main Street. Thank you, Brave. Brave's trying to keep me on track. Any tips on meeting Jack and Sally at the Mickey's Not So Scary? So, last year or the year before, during the Boo to You parade was the best time. I would not go and stand in that 3-hour wait at the beginning of the party and use all your party time for that. We literally walked into Jack and Sally during the Boo to You parade. There are, this year there might be only one. I think there's only one this year. And so I would maybe go directly after the parade, but that's my tip. Okay. Oh, Lindsay, when are we picking up our, I don't know. So yesterday I won a basket. Lindsay, I don't know, when do you want to go? I got to look at the hours because people were already picking them up. They posted pictures of the winners that already picked up their gift baskets at Marge's Specialty Store. That's a Christmas store that we went to, and there is a video on my personal page, Life with Janel Love. Okay. All right, I do have to wrap up here. Thank you, Devin. Will we see you and Tanya at the D23? No, Disney Park, not me. Maybe Ron, but not Tanya or I. Do you have to be scanned? You have to be, thank you, Becca. Okay. Let me just make sure. Hi, Christina. Okay, so Liz says, only saw Jack last year and you went in directly after the parade. And what were the lines like, Liz? They're closed on Sundays. Okay. And only open till 2 on Saturdays. Okay. I know, I was thinking of maybe going tomorrow, Lindsay. Or we have to, I mean, because they're only open, I think, till 5 on a regular day. Have you bought any tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary and the holiday party? None to the Christmas parties. And then Mickey's Not So Scary, I have the 19th and the 25th. And then I think I'm going on the 9th of September. So August 19th, August 24th, not the 25th. Do the characters have coolers on them to help them in the heat? Nope, Shell. So what we were told from Keys to the Kingdom is that they wear like the tight athletic shirts, and then they have coolers of ice, and so they can layer those athletic shirts with ice, and that's how they keep the ice around them. but like no actual like ice pack. It's just lots and lots of ice wherever they, like in their socks or around the core of their body. Okay. How do you plan 24-hour Walt Disney World stream? Do you and your team schedule? Nope. John Pop, we all kind of just have our own times and it just goes with that. We do not have like any kind of meeting. We don't really even talk daily other than we're just aware of what, unless somebody has something coming up, do we like chat? But nope, we just kind of, it just works, John. Just want to thank you for all you do. It's honestly a great release to lose yourself in watching the streams. Oh my goodness, Chris, you're very welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, you guys, I feel like, good morning, Rhonda. It's sold out? Oh my goodness. Lindsay, well, if you really want to go, we'll talk about it. Is Tanya having a problem? Am I going to do the Christmas parade? I'll be at the Christmas parade. Okay, let me check on Tanya before. I feel like, is she? Yeah, she is on with yesterday.
Apparently there is a very good lobster. You have to tell me a fun fact about me.
Okay, well, I'm going to send y'all over to Tanya, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Please feel free to follow me on my other channel, Disney Life with Janel Love, because I'll be posting any updates from the dermatologist and all of that over there. We will do another streamer game, but it will not be until the weather gets cooler. But we are working on it. And so, all right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and entertaining me and getting me ready for my appointment this morning. Y'all are the best. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all later. If I don't come out tomorrow for whatever reason, then I will be in the parks on Saturday. So, all right. Bye.